Ah, shit. This episode of the BRG podcast has been brought to you by our patrons. Here at BRG, we'd like to thank those patrons who have subscribed and donated. It is because of generosity like yours that makes this show possible.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BRG podcast with your host, WarpedJester, that's me, and the polar bear party animal of the north, Kirrok.
That's me, Kirrok. Hi, how's it going?
Bitch. We're going good, man. A little bit late here because somebody had to go out and fucking get all fucking boozy party and then
it's
race
my
back.
fault. I didn't get boozy because I had to drive here a 45-minute drive and I had to gun it on the highway. It was my twin goddaughter's 10 years old birthday. So so I'm sorry I'm late, guys. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's not work. Yeah, yes.
You're absolutely right. It is your fault. I am glad we got this out of the way now because that just makes things a whole lot easier for me in the future here. Hey, interesting news for this fine evening. Lots of news on the gaming front and whatnot. But Kirrok.
Yes.
Look straight up.
Okay.
Look straight up. Look up.
Straight up.
Yeah. Do you see what's above you?
Yeah.
Do you notice specifically what is above you right now? Not only can you follow us, but you can also subscribe.
Yeah, there's the subscription button.
There is. We can we are affiliated.
We are affiliated?
We're affiliated.
Way. Dude, I didn't click till like 2 seconds.
We are officially affiliated. So now you guys can throw bits at us. You can throw your hard-earned Amazon or Twitch Prime subscriptions at us. So yeah, you can do all the fun, good stuff. So preemptively, thank you for everybody who does that, and I'm looking forward to having that kind of ability now. And this is great because this is just extra funds that can go back into the group to help us do lots of fun and interesting things, which I am looking forward to. So, that said, we got things to do. We've got lots of news to cover. So I think it's probably going to be best if we just go ahead and dive into it.
Sure thing.
Alrighty, peoples, boys and girls, it is time to get into the meats of it. Actually, it's time to get into the headlines of it. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that. And to start us off here, we have got Half-Life 3's fan project now.
I heard about this one.
You heard about this one? That's a good thing.
I heard about this.
I heard about this. So Half-Life 3 is coming. Sort of. It's actually a fan project, but it's actually being headed up by a former Half-Life writer. So this could be great news, or this could be a total downfall when Valve puts the ban hammer down.
Do you think they will? I don't know. So Nintendo has released a new $20 charger stand, and it solves the issue of charging while playing in kickstand mode. This is something that a lot of people have had in the last year. They've been like, oh my God, you mean if I put up with the kickstand, I got to play with the battery, and then once it dies, I can't charge it. This solves it, and good on them for making it not that expensive. It's $20. I like it.
This as soon as I saw the fucking design. Look out the bottom. That makes sense at all.
Also, carrying on with the Nintendo theme here, they did reveal more Switch Online information. So their service for Switch Online will go live this September and will cost around $20 US per year. You can pay in the 3-month batch and so on like that, but it comes with a multiplayer app or support for multiplayer, cloud saves, so your saves for your games are no longer prisoner on the device, and you get access to at least 20 NES games as well. There's probably a little bit more info, but I picked out the ones that I thought were actually pretty cool.
Awesome. I like this. Makes me happy. So, are you tired of playing the same old levels over and over again on classic games like Mario? Well, as luck would have it for you, scientists have spent an inordinate amount of years perfecting an AI that can make custom, procedurally generated levels for lots of fun games such as Super Mario Brothers, StarCraft, and the original Zelda. So if you enjoy those games, guys, now you have the ability to play some new custom maps, custom created by a custom AI.
The next headline is a Battlefield 1 headline, and I think I might have this further down in the other part. Oh, you did? Okay. Mm-hmm. So fans have finally unlocked an unlockable door. And what should they find? More puzzling mystery behind it. It is like watching a stripper drop. Oh my God. I thought it was pretty cool. They had to figure out Morse code to figure out a URL. You punch in the URL and it tells you the date that they're going to announce the next Battlefield. It gives me blue balls.
I'm sorry, guys. I moved this out of the main topic because it felt like it was going to be more of a speed thing. And I can't even read the whole line.
I thought it was awesome. I was so prepared to just go into this detail, but it's good. Let's keep going.
It's a mystery that opens up to more mysteries. Hey, Bethesda responds to an apparent Rage 2 leak in the best way possible. So, Bethesda responds to this leak from Walmart by tweeting a post pointing out all the inaccuracies to the leak by basically saying, hey, by the way, your placeholder graphic has the wrong font, the wrong style size, and a few other little details. So basically,
it's so cool.
The one thing that they omitted in this is denial.
That is true. That is true. So Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate is coming to the Switch August 28th. Sadly, it's not a newest gen game. It is basically a game out of the Monster Hunter series, a port from the 3DS in 2016 from, I think it was Monster Hunter XX or XX. Good thing they didn't go triple. Good thing they didn't go triple.
Triple X? Vin Diesel? Monster Hunter? I don't follow. Hey, Sega video game profits saw a 32.8% increase over last year, thanks to a boost across the board from mobile, console games, as well as media, because they actually do have some anime and toys. So good on Sega for making their way.
For all you Fortnite players, if you haven't already noticed, Thanos comes to Fortnite. Now you can actually play and dance as the big bad supervillain. It's pretty cool. I'm not a Fortnite player, so
yet.
And now this is awesome. This is brought to you from Ars Technica. Star Trek Next Generation Enterprise D is coming to Bridge Crew. So Bridge Crew is a video game that came out a few months back, and it is a VR-supported game. You can get it on PSVR as well as, I believe, HTC Vive. And it is a simulation that you have to play with your friends, and you are on the Enterprise bridge. Now they're bringing in the Next Generation's Picard's Star Trek ship. I am in love. I'm in love. I think I might get this now. Oh.
Wait, you weren't going to get it already? Come on, man.
I didn't.
If I had VR, I'd totally play this with you, just for the record. In a heartbeat. Totally would do this. Let's go switch gears here, guys. We're going to do a little bit of media catch-up here. So, a couple of things. First of all, Twitch launches a bounty board system which connects streamers to sponsors. So the idea of this is basically now streamers Twitch will help streamers connect with sponsors directly to get sponsorships. This cuts out the middleman that would otherwise be taking a take when it comes to you getting sponsorship. And of course, I'm sure this is altruistic for Twitch, right?
Okay.
Also on the media front, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to grab your Szechuan sauce and get ready to get swifty because Rick and Morty is back, baby, on Adult Swim, has confirmed getting 70 more episodes. So,
nice.
Hot damn!
You're excited. You know, I've never watched one, man.
Oh, dude, I literally spent the entire first season repeatedly sending text messages to my friend who turned me on to it. what the fuck am I watching? What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck is this? What the hell? I finally was like, oh my god, I have to watch more. I have to watch more. I have to watch more. Also, for all you exciting type nostalgia nerds out there, Sylvester Stallone confirms that he is going to be back in Rambo 5. Yes, you heard me right. Hey, Stallone has confirmed that he'll be working on the script for Rambo 5, which he will also be starring in. Oh boy, we get to see an aging Rambo beat the crap out of Mexican cartel with his walker.
That's awesome. Samsung reportedly working on a wireless AR VR headset with Microsoft. Could this be Kirrok's prediction of a VR headset coming out for the Xbox One X in the making?
Maybe, but it has to actually come out.
It has to happen by this holiday season for it to be valid. So,
yeah. I'll give you
well,
half
we'll
points
see
if they confirm it at the very least.
All right, thanks.
Hey, some random news and errata for you guys. So interesting things. Yeah. First of all, Turtle Beach is
Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach is the winner chicken dinner here. When it comes to games like PUBG and Fortnite being so popular, everyone needs a good headset so they can shit talk the other people that they're playing against. And Turtle Beach is making out like mad fucking bandits. Their first quarter this year ran away with $41 million US.
Oh wow!
Winner chicken dinner.
Yeah. This is visually pleasing. You guys got to check this out. This is from Engadget. UPS has new electric delivery trucks that look to be straight out of a Pixar movie. Basically, the title of this particular article says it all. Check it out. Go take a look at the pictures. They are so cute. I want one. I'm looking in the picture for some sort of radio control handheld thing for those. They look amazing.
It's a little interesting side note, completely un-game related, but Hawaii is potentially going to be banning 70% of sunscreen brands, specifically brands that have oxybenzone and oxynoxate. I'm not
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
which are both chemicals that are in sunscreens, but are actually toxic to coral reefs. I can't see anything bad with this.
And you put them on right when you go in the water. Yeah.
Right.
So this is the last one, guys, and it's a bit of an update on the fatal Uber crash that happened. It's reported
the fatal oopser crash.
Yeah, it's reported that the cause was software set to ignore objects on the road. Basically, the way they explained it was the software has a balancing act to ignore objects like things like bags or newspapers, but to react to solid objects that actually present a threat. So unfortunately, the software was set too far in one direction when this person crossed the road and the vehicle struck them. So it's kind of sad, but
yeah, human life lost for any reason is always kind of sad. But I find it a little humorous, the fact that the reason for this is because, much like Windows security settings, somebody to set the security setting down too low.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but I'm sorry.
No, I hear you.
It literally, if somebody set the slider too low, it's like, oh, shit.
So who's responsible?
Are they still employed?
Yeah, exactly.
God damn it, people. Anyways, guys, that's our headlines. We're going to go back. We're going to dive into some deeper news here. But first, game releases.
Okay, guys.
Welcome back to another Game Releases with me, Kirrok, for Bottle Rocket Gaming, guys. Today, we have quite a few, so let's get into them without any further ado. And your first game on May 15th is Battle Chasers Night War. Now, this is coming out for the Nintendo Switch. It is a turn-based RPG. Now, I reported on this game back in 2017. In fact, this game's already been out on the PC, PS4, and Xbox for quite some time. Now, it's finally making its way over to the Switch. It is a very good-looking turn-based RPG. In fact, the graphics are akin to, if anyone remembers the game Bastion, looks really, really cool and really, really amazing. I think this one's going to have an awesome time on the Switch. And your next game, also on May 15th, is Horizon Chase Turbo. This is coming out for PC and PS4. It is a racing game. Okay, aside from being a very noisy and very flashy looking game, it reminds me so much of the original Pole Position. And maybe it's the third person car racing setting, or maybe it's the red and white checker pattern flashing along the roadside that makes me think this, but I think it's freaking awesome. It's got a 2D vibrant color palette. Guys, I think most people would agree with this. And your next game, also on May 15th, is Wizard of Legend. This is coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. Now, this game has that amazing 16-bit feel and comes across as a game that has an amazing adventure just waiting to be discovered. The name of the game is As a Wizard to Spellcast, and the dev says that this game, you can chain spells together, making you a super powerful magician, kind of like Merlin the Magician. The game has fast action, local co-op, and over 100 spells. Evanesco! And your next game on May 16th is Machiavellian. It's coming out for the PC. It is a horror mansion management sim. And I must say, this game looks like a blast. If you remember the game Don't Starve, it's kind of the same feel and look, only much more colorful. In a mansion, you get to raise monsters and slaughter villagers, but there are some rules you got to follow. First rule is you must kill all victims. Second is you can only kill them when they're alone. Your third rule is you have to kill the virgin last. And the fourth rule, you can only kill at night. Any who survive till sunrise must be freed. And finally, don't kill the dog. And your next game, May 17th, is Fox and Forest. This is coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and the Switch. We got a double one like that. Wow. It is a platformer, and this one is a simple platformer through and through. It's colorful, it's cute. It even has all the elements you'd expect to see in a platformer, like giant mushrooms. Having watched some of the gameplay myself, it looked a bit slow, almost as if it was dropping frames, and I don't know if that was done intentionally. But from what I saw personally, I don't think I'll be diving into this one, guys. And your next game, May 18th, is Little Nightmares Complete Edition for the Nintendo Switch. It is a horror puzzle platformer. Now, I spotlighted this game back when it came out for the PC. It looks like an amazing horror puzzle platform, and now it's finally making its way over to the Switch. I think what I like most about this game is the atmosphere and the caricatures. When you watch the characters in the game, it's as if they're claymation, and I really like the whole look that the game carries. This is going to have a great home on the Switch. And your last game, guys, on May 18th is Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. It is a hack and slash game. Now, at this point, I'm going to let Aggro from Hop Along Games weigh in on this game. Aggro, take it away.
So my answer is Hyrule Warriors.
Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is worst? Worst crossover.
Worst. It's not that good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And there you have it, guys. And that's it, guys. We've come to the end of another game releases. This time we packed in quite a few. Holy cow, there were some really good ones and there were some not so good. Thank you all for joining me this week, and we will see you again next week. Bye for now.
Hey, guys. Hi.
That's a lot of game releases. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this week was quite a busy one. All right, guys, I'm going to start off with some shit worth talking about.
Shit we're talking about.
I actually like that. That's awesome. So the first one I want to bring up is EA.
Hi, little persons. I'm actually doing a show right now. Sorry, guys. Hey, look, this is my oldest daughter back there. This is Haley. And this is my little itty bitty one right here. This is my little Evie. Say hi.
Hello.
See, say hi. You have to say hi.
She doesn't know who she's saying hi to.
All right, guys, I got a show to do. Get out of here. Hey,
that's so cute.
No more coming down.
It's pretty funny because I was at my 10-year-old's like goddaughter's birthday party, and there were a ton of kids there. But going back on, EA is going to continue to put loot boxes in its games.
Yeah.
So they're going to push forward with loot boxes in video games, despite admitting that technically all loot boxes are gambling. This was put forward by the CEO Andrew Wilson, and said that EA has worked, with industry associates and regulators across the globe to establish programs like FIFA Ultimate Team, and they are not gambling. So in other words, they have already done or said that they did the legwork to make sure that those that particular game specifically, he mentioned it wasn't something that would be crossing over into the realm of gambling.
Yeah.
I mean, according to him, they insist it's not gambling because, number one, you're guaranteed a certain amount of items with each purchase. And also because EA doesn't provide a way to sell the items for real world money.
You know, I'm not even that. I call bullshit on that particular point, because you don't have to personally be the ones to offer an ability to exchange that for real world currency. There are plenty of services out there that will do it.
Yeah, he's drawing parallels to like a casino where you cash out chips and things like
which
that.
I totally understand. Listen, we have already gone into elaborate detail talking about, is loot box gambling, is it not? If you look back quite a few episodes where we had Miso on,
yes,
we talked about this. As a matter of fact, this is actually a topic that's probably going to come up on Defective Discourse, possibly next month even, because it's something worth revisiting. Now we've got a couple of different countries. Yeah, a couple of countries saying loot boxes are gambling and you're in trouble if you do it. And we've got pushback now from companies like EA saying, basically, fuck you, we're doing it anyway, because we don't see it as such.
Yeah, it's so bad. They indicate that you know before you buy how many items there will be and of what the value will be. And as an example, they brought up the game Fire Emblem Heroes. Basically, they say you're aware of the odds before you spend any money. But that's like if you walk into a casino and they posted the odds of winning at blackjack, would it still be considered gambling? Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
Yeah, so that's kind of dumb.
I was just gonna say, the problem I have with this is we're getting back to a situation here where you have different sides arguing points of if it's gambling or not. The problem is you're trying to shoehorn loot boxes into an old architecture of gambling, not gambling, because there's a lot of points here to be noted about how loot boxes work. They're very similar in some ways to gambling, like casino style gambling, but then there's a lot of points that's akin to, a trading card game like Magic the Gathering. I have bought Magic the Gathering cards before I was the age of 18 because it wasn't gambling. Yeah, I hoped to get a rare, and if I got the rare, I could get a much better deck than you, but it wasn't gambling.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm just saying.
So with this in mind, basically EA has made it clear that they'll continue to offer loot boxes or whatever they call them for the foreseeable future. It's obvious that EA has not learned their lesson, and EA has been voted like worst company in America in recent years many times over. They value, or it appears that they value the revenue from the loot boxes over their fan loyalty. I'm at a point where I don't think I'll buy any EA games, or if I know it's a game made by EA, I will think twice about it before I go. And I want to leave you guys off with a quote that was from the CEO, Andrew. He wrote, or he stated specifically, "We're always thinking about our players," he said. "We're always thinking about how to deliver these types of experiences in a transparent, fun, fair, and balanced way for our players. And we'll communicate with regulators around the world on it." Yeah, no. It's not going away. It's too lucrative. That's my opinion about it. And companies are going to find any way that they can to do it. To use it.
It's a way to make revenue. And we've talked about the fact that the $60 game isn't doable anymore with the pay you have to pay for your programmers and designers and everything else. They have to find alternative methods for income, and loot boxes were a very cost-effective way to do it.
Yeah.
So, but on the bright side,
yes,
regardless of what you end up getting in terms of games, if you get them through Steam, you're gonna be able to play them anywhere.
Yeah,
even on the Mac or Apple TV. Holy shit! Holy shit! You're gonna be able to use the Apple TV to play games on? Well, shit me. Anyways, yeah, so comes to find out that Steam will soon have basically the play from anything, including Android and iPhone and other services. So Steam will have a solution, basically a free app that will allow you to stream Steam games and movies to your phone. Now, the Stream Link app will let Steam players, Stream users, play their games on Android, iOS devices, phone, tablets, and even the Apple TV if they are connected via Wi-Fi or Ethernet to the same network as a PC or Mac with Steam installed. So there's a caveat there.
Yeah, it's got to be a host machine. Yeah.
Yep. The feature will be compatible with Steam controllers as well as MFI controllers too. So you'll actually be able to, say, play a Steam game on your phone with your Steam controller. So, yay, I guess. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool.
Beyond that, Valve said today that it will be bringing out a similar video app later in the summer. So if you purchase movies or shows on Steam, which I didn't even realize you could really do that, it's not really a mainstream thing just yet, you will be able to watch them over Wi-Fi or LTE. So you'll be able to actually watch content on your mobile devices regardless of where you're at. Now, the Steam Link app will be coming out on May 22nd, so pretty damn soon. And the video app will be coming later this summer. Yes, this is actually happening soon. Now,
like really fast. Wow.
From the couple of articles I read about this, the big push and the big emphasis is, ooh, look, you can play all your different Steam games on your phone. Which is interesting because, first of all, you've got a lot of games like, for example, Fortnite, PUBG, etc., that actually have a mobile-specific version of the game. In some cases, it's compatible or some will play with PCs, some it's a unique group. But this is actually taking basically any PC game and playing it on your phone if you want to. And this actually affords them some luxuries. Like, for example, because it's a smaller screen, they can greatly reduce the video quality and get away with it. So they can actually be a little more reliable in some games than they need to. The funny thing is I'm not looking at this and thinking, oh, cool, I can play my Steam games on my phone now. Why?
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't do that either.
But what you can do is, oh boy, I can now play my Steam games on a big TV.
Yes. Yeah, you can do it. You need a Steam Link, though, right?
You need a Steam Link sometime.
Yeah.
But the aspect of... I'm almost curious how bad it would be if I tried to stream it to my phone and then stream my phone to Chromecast on my TV.
You'd have to have one damn good network.
Hey, you know what? It could happen. I mean, I'm interested. I am interested in this, see how it could play out. I'll be curious to see how the performance is, because in some games, like some of the puzzle games and whatnot, playing on my phone could be fun. Like, for example, I have what's it called, Mini Metro.
Mini Metro. I knew you were going to say that.
I would love to play it on my phone, and I don't want to go buy it again for mobile. I have it already on Steam. I can just play it on my phone now. It's like the idea of that. But I don't think I'm going to go running out there to go play first-person Twitch shooters,
Gotcha, yeah.
It might not be quite as epic in that regard. So,
well, when it comes out, the app, I'm definitely going to download it and do some testing. I'm going to see what it's like, see how well it works from phone. Yeah, see.
For sure.
Because that'd be pretty cool. Even if it's not a game where you're doing puzzle or Twitch stuff, you could be playing a game like, say, Elder Scrolls Online, and you might want to just check in and see if you've sold something, or if you crafted that thing and sold it on the I don't even remember if they have an auction house. I think they do. And then go back out. There you go.
This has merit now. I like this. Okay, I'll see how I feel about it. It's hard for me to get excited just because I'm not a real big mobile game player to begin with. But
Gotcha.
yeah, like I said, be able to kind of maybe sack in for the night with the wife to watch a show, and maybe poke around a little bit on EverQuest or an online game that I normally can't play because I don't have a computer in my room, kind of a thing. Like you said, for some passive stuff, that actually might be something worthwhile. So I'd be curious to see what all you think, honestly. So let us know what your thoughts are on it, and see if it's something that you'd be interested in, or something that tickles some itch that you have, because I'd be really curious to find out. Anyways, that's kind of cool. What's less cool is games getting blamed for shit.
Yeah. So recently there was an NRA conference. So if you don't know what NRA is, National Rifle Association, I believe it's only a U.S. Association, because I didn't know what it was. Up here in Canada, we don't have guns.
Okay, so pop quiz, pop quiz.
Yeah.
What is the purpose of the NRA?
I think it's to regulate weapons. Am I right?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. The NRA
please
is not a government group. It is it is an independent group, and the most common response I get from people is, "Oh, it's a gun rights activist group." No,
gotcha.
It's not. What it is a group that does everything they possibly can to help promote the sales of weapons. That's all they are. All
so
of their funding
by all the weapon manufacturers.
The actual donations they get from the average Joe is piddly compared to the amount of money they get from Smith & Wesson and all the other gun companies out there. So it's a fucking joke. So of course they wouldn't ever admit that guns are a problem.
No, obviously not. And that kind of lines up well with this article. In fact, it's brought to you by Polygon, and there was a speaker there that basically was blaming games for sick kids, meaning sick kids. The speaker, his name is David Grossman. He's a former U.S. Army Ranger and writer of numerous books. And essentially, the conference was recent, and video games as well as entertainment was brought up in conversations and in speeches for violent, especially mass shootings, like violent happenings. So he wrote a few books. One of them's called, this was a while back, I think it was in 1999, called Stop Teaching Our Kids to Kill, and covers this very topic. It's funny how you get certain people who are so on that side. I mean, who was that other actor that was so, he passed away? The guy who did Planet of the Apes, Charlton Heston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was another big one where he would be like, "From my cold dead hands" was his thing. And
hold on. All right, back up here for a minute.
Yeah.
He wrote a book called "Stop Teaching Our Kids to Kill."
Yeah.
And this book was written and came out when?
I believe it was 99, if I'm not mistaken.
99. So stop for a second and think about this. What did games look like back in 99?
Yeah, 1999. They were pretty rough, man. PS1 coming on to PS2 time frame. Because PS1 was 95.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah, so here's the thing. In his speech, he said that games and violent entertainment are creating a generation of sick, and I quote, sick kids. And I'm going to read a quote specifically from his speech. Here it is. Around the planet, children are committing crimes like no one's ever seen before in human history. It's not about the guns. The guns have always been there. It's the sick movies and the sick TV shows, and especially the sick video games around the planet that are creating sick kids.
Yeah.
So that's his argument. Now, here's the thing. There's no actual supporting evidence of any kind that even says that this is a real thing, that games are to blame.
Hold on. Let me pull up a picture here from Unreal Tournament, which is a game I played.
Yes, I played that too.
This is the graphics that of the games that taught me to kill.
Was there any blood?
Oh, there was blood splatters, but I mean, it was so pathetically fake. It was sad.
Exactly. That's my point.
I mean,
yeah, I remember this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You can see the polygons. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm gonna shoot the pixel out of that asshole. And his blank dead puppet stare. Okay, give me a fucking break. I honestly, I almost feel like I need to apologize to you guys for even bringing up shit like this, because it is so laughable. And once again, they just completely ignore the mounds of actual scientific study that show absolutely no conclusive evidence that video games, movies, TV, or any other sources of media have.
I'm actually surprised he brought in
effect.
movies and TV.
No, they have to, because you have to make sure you cover all your bases to really help hit it home, because that's what you do.
Yeah. So in 2014, he did. There was an opinion piece done by Variety, and he wrote that games are murder simulators to train kids to kill. So this whole article is basically about him and how he's slandering it. Yeah, I know. And how he's basically
simulators. This is a guy who's an
harping on
army
video games.
fucking ranger. He's actually.
I know, and he was taught for real to kill.
It possibly has, for all we know. I have no idea. And yet he knows how to be responsible. You're gonna tell me that somehow that is akin to playing a video game, and that kids can't tell. Why am I even talking about this?
After all this, my question is, if he is so concerned about games and things like this, do they use video games for training like security and police officers? They do. They have simulators and stuff like that, right? Oh, maybe he's got something there.
It's called hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades.
No. That one's all like, there's no target. They're all targets. There's no live things to shoot at. Well, which I like about that game.
I tell you what, I am going to apologize. I apologize for bringing up this kind of article. It's fucking stupid. We all know it's fucking stupid. I'm going to go ahead and wipe the slate clean here by showing you an article that's even fucking worse.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know it could get worse than that.
Equifax news.
Oh, no.
Equifax lets identity thieves raid frozen credit accounts through a shady, obscured secondary credit bureau. Oh, God, where do I begin? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, if you have been around this podcast for a little bit while, you may have remembered the weeks on end of Equifax reports that were coming out with the whole Equifax debacle and just the endless
like 5 weeks in a
number
row
of fuck-ups that they have done. Well, this is the fuck-up to end all fuck-ups.
So how does it? Please explain.
Hold on. So Equifax somehow, if you missed this, Equifax had an issue where they had a little bit of an oops and got their information compromised by hackers that bled all the customer information out of it, and we're talking all the details. They know who you are, where you live, all your credit history, everything they need to know about you to copy and duplicate and pretend to be you.
Hair color, eye color, because there were like IDs that were compromised.
They fucked up badly. Okay. And then there's a whole bunch of subsequent bullshit, like they would sign you up for Equifax credit protection, but you waived your right to sue them.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And then their site where you signed up for protection was compromisable. So you put your information in there and people could figure out who you are. Oh, it's fucking mind-boggling how bad it is. Well, one of the fixes is you can freeze your account in Equifax and across the board for credit. So the big 3, the big 5, how we wanted to fight. Once you freeze your credit account, nobody can create a new credit card. So they can't duplicate your identity to create a new to open a new credit line.
Got it.
Unless you happen to be a secondary or subsidiary of Equifax that operates in a non-compliant credit bureau called the National Consumer Telecommunications and Utilities Exchange. Yes, on behalf of Equifax, this is a secondary company that does not adhere to a non-compliant credit card bureau. So it collects all the information about you just like Equifax does, and then doesn't adhere to things like credit card freezes. And, oh yeah, by the way, this is done on behalf of the secretive cartels and led by AT&T. I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, freezing your credit report has no effect when it comes to the NCTUE. What's more, the NCTUE operates in a careless and incompetent fashion with invalid SSL certificates for their website and glaring errors on their website. So basically, if you try to go to HTTPS site to go to them, it comes back invalid. So you don't get a secure website. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Smells like Equifax. Sounds like Equifax. I'm gonna call this one a duck, to be honest with you.
You might get that Chrome window that goes, this site seems unsecure. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, exactly. Even better is the NCTUE has a separate system for freezing your credit report within their service, but it doesn't work. You fill out the forms and submit them, again, unsecured because their SSL fails, and it just returns obscure errors. You can call them and manually put the thing through, and you might go through. The people who tested this got hung up on, got no response after they submitted the request, etc.
Wow.
Yeah, and this is a subsidiary of Equifax.
Your reaction is priceless.
I want to fucking laugh and cry at the same time. It is so bad that it is just unfucking fathomable. So yeah, I would say, hey guys, now's the time to freeze your cards if you haven't done so already, but that's useless. I would change up your information and redo all your passwords, but that's kind of worthless. And if this is a state of Equifax and they run basically the same security Equifax, chances are these guys are probably already compromised and don't even know it yet.
Yeah, probably. Or they know it and just haven't let the public know.
Once again, if you are worried about what Amazon knows about you or what Google knows about you, go get a credit report. That will make you shit yourself. Proper. I'm telling you. Anyways, guys, that is enough shocking news for me. I think it's about time we go ahead and make with the nice in the wrap up. I'm thinking. You got any better ideas, Kirok?
No, sounds good to me, man.
We'll be right back. Oh shit, balls McGurk. I'm shocked and amazed. My friends, shocked and amazed. Anyways, guys, thank you so much once again for spending time with us. Sorry we're late. Kirok is deeply apologetic. He is gonna make it up to you. He hasn't told me how yet, but he is gonna make it up to you next week. So look forward to whatever special gift or present. Something like I'll talk with him. But I'll tell you what, for every single person who joins us next week on the podcast, Kirok will buy cupcakes for you.
Oh gosh!
So all you have to do is, if you show up in the feed next week, just PM Kirok with all of your personal information.
No, don't
location,
do that.
and he will send you cupcakes.
Not your personal information, guys. You know what? Since we're affiliate now, we should make icons, and we should make one a cupcake.
Bob, you hear that?
Yeah.
We need a cupcake icon now, so Kirok can have
cupcake
icons. You cheap bastard. You fucking show up late to the party.
I can actually get it to people that way.
Words fail me, my friend. Words fail me. So many words. Kirok's going to make it up to you. I will be on him about this. He will make it up to you. Hey, guys, look at the end. We are but a small part of the big whole, which is the Bottle Rocket gaming community. And we encourage you guys to join us as part of the community. If you need to find us, it's a really easy way to do this. Go to BottleRocketGaming.com. Why go there? Because there you've got all the links to all the stuff that we have. Discord, YouTube, Twitter, TeamSpeak, Twitch, and Steam. Yes, we are just about damn near everywhere but up your ass. Yet. We'll get there. We appreciate you guys' time. We appreciate people who join us. We appreciate people who comment, who subscribe, who give us bits, who tell us what they want in the way of cupcake flavors. We appreciate all of that. And we appreciate if you guys actually stop by and talk to us. And you can do that by going to our Discord channel. This is where we do a lot of our chattiness and have a good time and so on. So please feel free to pop in over there and say hi because, hey, why not? More importantly, if you guys are interested in being a part of the show, I highly encourage it. We have a lot of things you can do here, from just being a part of the community and playing games with us when we do game events, which is often, or even being a part of the shows we have. Speaking of the shows we have, oh my goodness, we're just getting so many things nowadays. If you head over to our YouTube channel, it's youtube.com/BottleRocketGaming, you'll find out that we have not one, not two, three new shows now. Well, sort of. We've got the Bottle Rocket Gaming podcast, which is now live on Twitch. We also have Effective Discourse, which is a round table where we talk about that month's interesting topics. And we also will rebroadcast that to YouTube so you can catch it there. And now we've got a new show called Sequel Syndrome. Well, I say new, but again, this is something that was being brought back from ZiplockBob and Zez. They actually streamed this over on the Sequel Syndrome Twitch channel, but then they go ahead and post it to the Bottle Rocket Gaming YouTube channel for you guys to watch after the fact. So we got lots of new content over on YouTube. Check out. And that's, of course, in addition to the Inside the Gaming Mind that I put up once in a while, about once a month. Which, by the way, this month, coming up about middle of this month, Gaming Frontier.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one. That's going to be awesome.
We're going to talk about these guys. These guys are a bunch of wonderful, wonderful peeps. They've been on here before. They are part of a small studio that make wonderful games like Malacca, which we talked about in the show. And they're going to give us a little more in-depth detail and knowledge about the whole experience of being a indie studio and creating games in a little more depth than we had a chance to go into on this show. So look forward to that. That is going to be a lot of fun. Also, as we said, we are on the Bottle Rocket Gaming Twitch channel now, so you can catch us here, as well as catch some other shows like Defective Discourse and a lot of other people who actually stream to this channel. And again, when we're not actually streaming directly to this channel, we like to host a lot of people who are part of the Bottle Rocket Gaming community. So again, really, really, really love having people on. Oh yay, the little window action going. Yeah. I love it. I love it. And of course, guys,
awesome.
Last but not least, most importantly, if you go to our website here, hit on the donors page, you will find out that there's a couple of ways you can support us outside of being a member of the group and helping out. You can also give us money, because yay, money! We have a Patreon account. You can subscribe there and pay a once-a-month fee from $1 up. That helps us out. We have a one-time payment scheme for PayPal. You can do that as well. And of course, like I said, we're now affiliated. So you can actually give us bits. You can subscribe to our channel, which we really appreciate. It's going to be awesome. We've got to make sure you get all the little notification things going so that they bleep and bloop and all that good jazz, because
that's going to be cool. I'm so like blown away. We got affiliation that fast, that quick. It was great. That's great.
Hey, I'm excited about it. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff here, and now there's all kinds of talk about other shows starting up here. So more shows on the Bottle Rocket Gaming Network. Cannot stress this enough, guys. We really do appreciate your time watching us and enjoying it with us, and we would even appreciate more if you guys want to join us and be a part of this. We need people. We need people for our community, just because we want to talk to more people and hang out and have lots of fun, but also because a lot of shows like this can be done so much better. I mean, just in general, the show can be done so much better in general. But an easy way out for me to be able to stay lazy but still improve the show would be to have somebody else help us out with the show. So we are looking for people who can help us out with sourcing information for stories, for helping us do rundown and setup, for running the show so we can sit here and talk. I don't have to remember to keep switching up things and doing all the itty bits and this and that and so on and so forth. So I would make my life a whole lot easier if somebody else could fucking run that and make me very, very happy. So would love to see that happen. And we could also use somebody to help us out with editing and other things like that. So if you are into the idea of TDing a show, or editing or helping out, if you want to get your feet wet in this realm, if you're new to it and not very familiar with how to edit or how to do these things, this is a great environment to do this in. We are not high-grade professional Joes. We are average Joes having fun doing this shit. So this is a place you come to learn, to fuck up, and then put this on your resume for later. So please, by all means, if you're interested, let us know and we can talk. Again, just a great way to go. All right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and get the hell out of here. I've got some plans because tomorrow is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, by the way.
Happy Mother's Day to everyone.
Need to really point that out because it is as my wife would put it, it's not a Hallmark day, which it kind of is, but it is an opportunity just to give somebody a little extra love. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Give them a big hug for kicks and giggles, and buy them some games on their Steam account so they can play them on their phones.
Nice.
All right, guys. I do believe it's about time for us to get the shit out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and say goodnight. Say goodnight.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Ah, shit.